Hey everyone. Wow. If you didn't realize how corrupt the federal liberals were, and the fact there's many crony corporations in this country who are more than willing to use big government as a means to their economic end, and look no further, well, you shouldn't need any more proof. I mean, like the pile of evidence is stacked so high it's falling over and putting pressure on the ceiling at this point. But if you need more evidence, well, here you go. CBC News under the health section. Second opinion. Why is Shoppers Drug Mart training doctors to prescribe medical cannabis? Damn good question, no? National drugstore chain wants to dispense medical cannabis through its pharmacies. Sounds like a big old conflict of interest as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, folks, they wanted the government, well, in conjunction with these crony corporations that, like I say, fascism, yeah, it's alive and well in this country. You know, corporations, government working together, right? And monopolize industries and suppress competition. Oh, you know that's just the reality of what it is to live in Canada in this day and age. This being reported by Kelly Crow, November 10th, 2018. Shoppers Drug Mart presents Medical Cannabis. The future is now. That was the notice sent to Canadian doctors who were invited to register for an exciting educational event that would give them tools to capably and confidently authorize medical cannabis for your patients. Interested doctors could sign up for one of 4 sessions being held across Canada. Why is Shoppers Drug Mart holding education sessions for doctors on how to prescribe cannabis for their patients? Somebody has to do it, said one family doctor on his way into the Vancouver event on Thursday evening. On the whole, for me, I am confused. Who did I listen to? Who do I send my patients to? Because I know I do not have adequate knowledge. So this is a family doctor, apparently, that's more than willing to align with this kind of narrative, which CBC, like even though CBC is covering it, wait till you see the kind of political rhetoric that's espoused within it to make it seem like, it's a little bit of a big deal, but not so much. Remain calm, Canadians. It's just more of our fascist ways. Hey, we don't want to acknowledge that that's what it is, but that is what it is. Like I say, that's the number one thing I have noticed from the hacks at the CBC media is they'll take any story and twist it and politicize it to the point where no matter how disgusting, how moral, how corrupt it is, they'll tell you that story in a way, and let me tell you, they're pretty good at it. They do a pretty good job because they keep a whole lot of Canadians really ignorant to reality or unwilling to accept just how immoral and corrupt the government and these gigantic corporations in this country truly are. But think about it. Shoppers Drug Mart is already asking the government, they want to be one of these monopolies, one of these crony corporations that now gets to monopolize the marijuana industry in this country. And now they're trying to get, not just cozy up the government as far as at least getting a portion of that marijuana pie, but now they also want to make sure that the doctors are prescribing it to their patients so that their pharmacies and their pharmacies get an even bigger cut on the action. Once again, like, how is this not, I don't know, like, cronyism 101. That was actually a comment I posted on an article when I was sharing this on some of my social media pages. Yeah, this here is a pure representation. If there were such things as classes, cronyism or corporatism 101, this is how it works, folks. It's all laid out for you. But Toronto family doctor Sharon Caron questions whether this medical education should be offered by a drugstore chain that wants to get into the business of selling medical cannabis. It's not appropriate and it's not necessary, she said, adding that there are resources being developed by the College of Family Physicians of Canada and other medical associations that don't have a vested financial interest in cannabis. So everyone's fighting for a piece of that pie. The issue brings into sharp focus 2 increasingly controversial questions. How should a product that has not been approved through the normal drug approval process be used in medical practice, and who should be selling it? Right now, pharmacies are not allowed to dispense medical cannabis. Instead, patients must get it through the mail. after first getting authorization from a doctor and then registering with a licensed producer. Last week, CBC News reported that medical cannabis users are facing supply disruptions in the first rush to supply newly legalized recreational market. National pharmacy chains are lobbying for legislation that would let them sell medical cannabis. This is basically the only product for medical purposes that does not go through a pharmacy, said Justin Bates, CEO of Neighborhood Pharmacy Association of Canada, which represents major drugstore chains and large retailers with in-store pharmacies. The Canadian Pharmacists Association said patients would be better served if the pharmacists were the ones dispensing medical cannabis. Typically, the patients who are using cannabis for medical purposes are not using it as first line, said CPHA spokesperson Shalita Ditani. They're on other medications which may have drug interactions with cannabis. They may be experiencing adverse effects, and we'd like to make sure we're helping to keep patients safe. Anyways, it's another 5 more paragraphs. There we go. There we go. We're getting down to the very bottom of the article, and finally, the issue is being raised. But once again, most people don't even get to this point. So Canadians are being informed based on that bullshit that you've heard me read through, which is no big deal, right? Or a minor issue, but whatevs. Is there a conflict of interest? Now with it being legal, many patients are going forward and getting a product and asking afterward for guidance on how to use it, said Winnipeg oncologist Dr. Paul Danick. He routinely gives talks to doctors about his experience using cannabis to treat cancer, pain, and other palliative conditions. He's one of the panelists involved in the Shoppers Drug Mart seminars. Is there a potential conflict of interest? I feel that a company or a group that's providing education and trying to do it in an unbiased manner is really doing the right thing. And bringing in experts to talk about it is important, Danick said. See that? See that, folks? Like I've told you before, have you picked up on it yet? Because it's not so subtle. It's something that should stand out to you, especially if you pay attention to my videos. What is that? That's political propaganda, right? That's that insinuation that, no, these experts, these people that know what they're talking about, no, there's no conflict of interest. No, it's not corrupt. No, it's not immoral. No, it's just, hey, don't worry, it's all fine. It's all good and dandy. Hey, nothing to be concerned, nothing to see here, folks, nothing to see here. Move on, move along. This is, like I say, this is political rhetoric used as a cover for massive and rampant corruption from both our governmental and corporate institutions in this country. How the CBC and these hacks, I don't know, when they're typing these articles out, is there nothing in their brain or in their heart or in their soul or anything that makes them human? Is there nothing within any of you people that makes you question, yeah, this just doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. But yet you're willing to go along, I guess, well, because, hey, paycheck, right? Fuck morality. Fuck being principled. Fuck anything remotely resembling being a decent, honest human being. Paycheck. And libertarians are suggested that we're somehow greedy, fucking cold-hearted beasts, really? Holy shit. Look at the contrast, folks, and you tell me who are the fucking greedy, evil, vile, despicable people. Anyways, I'll post a link to this article in the description of the video below. But I mean, conflict of interest? Really? A gigantic mega corporation in Canada lobbying the government and make sure that, we'll even train doctors and make sure, hey, by the way, what they want next? Put a big fucking Shoppers Drug Mart sign on the back of the wall or chalkboard in whatever place they are holding these seminars or these marketing meetings? Really? Like I say, our Canadian doctors, the Canadian doctors should be running around, what are you going to start wearing when you go to the doctor now? You're going to see Shoppers Drug Mart plastered on them, registered trademark, and then maybe Government of Canada on the other side? Holy fuck, like I say, the government and these corporations are so intertwined today that, yeah, there is no separation of state and corporation. We live under corporatism, fascism, folks, fascism. I mean, well, okay, if you want to call it cronyism, corporatism, whatever, no matter how you look at it, no matter which way you want to come at it as far as language, full-on central planning corruption at a level that I've never seen or experienced through the entire course of my life. This is unprecedented. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.